Hello, everyone, and welcome to our very first Wio live session. In these sessions, we are hoping to be able to lift the lids on some of the Wio banking app features and also answer some of your questions regarding the app features. We've actually already received some questions prior to the session, which we will be delving into later on. And we'll also give you the chance to send in your questions during the session as well. With me today, I have two very special guests, two Wio experts live from Wio's headquarters. I have Marwan BinHashim, who is our General Manager of Wio Securities, and also Seemanti, who is our Head of Financial Institution and Transactional Banking. Welcome, guys. Let's not delay this any further, and we're going to get straight into it. Today's session is going to be specifically about transfer and foreign exchange, which is also known as FX in the banking world. Marwan, would you like to start off by giving us an overview of what Wio actually offers customers when it comes to transfers?
Definitely. Thank you very much, Rima. I'm happy to be in this first live session, and I'd like to welcome even the viewers, and I hope they benefit from this session. So, sure, transferring money in your Wio app is very simple, and I'd like to play a demo where I'll take them through the experience to make it much more understandable and much more easy for them to see. So if we can start the video. If we can stop over here, well, see, it's a simple, there's simple steps, right? So you press send, and then you choose the amount. If you can play the video, great. Choose the type of currency, the amount, simply as you can see on the demo video, and then it takes you to the next step. Great. Check the details, check the fees of the transfer, select, and then over here you choose who are you sending to and what is the purpose. Add any note if you wish to your sender, and next, and it's as easy as that. You swipe to send and the money gets transferred. So these are the steps that are put into place. Just a quick note for the recipients that are not added to your application. It's easy. You add a new contact. You choose your currency account, the country, the destination, the value, and add the payee details. So it's very natural, very simple, and easy to use.
Thank you so much for clarifying that. You mentioned also about selecting currencies, and we also got a glimpse on it on the video earlier. What currencies can you actually send and receive money with the Wio banking apps?
So we currently have 45 currencies in our application and service. These can be from your AED account and or any of your multi-currency accounts, and FX rate and fees will be clearly visible at the time of the transaction that will be taken. You can receive money in AED, USD, GBP, as well as Euro. If you provide multi-currency IBAN, Wio will convert the receiving money to the currency of the IBAN and credit your account accordingly. The applied exchange rate will be visible in your transaction and the history of your details. So it's as easy as that.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that. Seemanti, would you like to tell us a little bit more about the fees that are associated with transferring money?
Of course, yeah, I'm happy to be here as well. So for outward transfer fees, on Wio Personal, we don't charge any fees. It's completely free. On Wio Business, it depends on the subscription plan that you're subscribed to. So for the Essential plan, it is 52.50 dirhams, and for the Grow plan, it is 26.25 dirhams. However, you should be aware of fees known as correspondent banking fees. These are fees that are taken by other banks that are in the payment chain, so they're part of the payment processing. When you're in the app and you're making a transfer, if you choose charge code hour or OU, that means you're selecting to pay all the fees yourself, which means you would pay the Wio fee as well as any correspondent banking fees. If you chose charge code SHA or shared, that means you're choosing to share the fees between yourself and the beneficiary. So in this case, you would pay the Wio fee and the beneficiary would pay the correspondent banking fee. And the way that fee is taken is it's taken from the proceeds of the payment. So the beneficiary will receive less than the amount that you have sent. However, at Wio, our ethos is transparency in everything that we do. So any fees that Wio is known to Wio or that Wio can control will be shown to you in the app at the point of making the transfer.
Thanks a lot for that. I think that is definitely a game-changing thing to do when it comes to banking. And how about foreign exchange rates? What are the rates when it comes to transferring money?
Sure. So we offer extremely competitive and some of the lowest rates in the market for all of your outward transfers. FX market rates change, of course, through the course of the day, depending on market conditions. However, again, at the point of making the transfer, as I mentioned, we're all about transparency. You will clearly see what rate is being applied to the transfer. In dirham dollars, we offer a guaranteed fixed, extremely low rate across Wio Personal and Wio Business.
Thank you so much for that. So let's now move on to answer some of your questions that you've actually sent across prior to this session. We have the first question, Marwan, if you would like to let us know a little bit more about the timing when it comes to transferring money and how long it takes for the money to be credited.
So for international transfers, they usually take around 5 business working days. There's a new feature, and there's another demo as well, if we can show that to the audience. So to help you track your payments, we have a few new features, right, that will be launched soon. For international transfer, made in US dollars, pound sterling, and euros, you will soon be able to see live payment tracker in your transaction history screen. This tracker will show you the exact status of the transfer. For local transfers, this depends on the amount of the transfer, right? If the transfer amount is under 50,000 dirhams, it should take a few minutes to be credited in your local transfer. Is above 50,000, it can take 1 business working day, right? To be credited from your account. These transfers are processed the same day if they received before 9 p.m. And they won't be processed on Sundays and UAE holiday days. So these are the steps that we take.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that. The second question we have here is for you, Seemanti. Someone here is saying, I sometimes receive less money than I was expecting. Why would this happen? And does Wio charge for inward transfers?
Okay. So Wio does not charge for inward transfers. They're absolutely free. The reason why you're receiving less than what you would expect could be for one of 2 reasons. The first one could be that the sender has chosen charge code beneficiary or BEN, which means they've chosen for the beneficiary, i.e. you, to pay the correspondent banking fees, or they've chosen charge code SHA or shared, which means they're splitting the fees between themselves and you. In both those cases, the sending bank or the sending bank's correspondent will take the fees from the proceeds of the payment, and therefore you're receiving less than what you would have expected. The second reason could be that the sending bank or the sender's correspondent bank would have converted the payment. So let's say if you're expecting to receive US dollars, and if the sender bank or their correspondent changes that to dirham, and they apply like a bad exchange rate on that, then you will get less than what you were expecting as well.
Okay, amazing. And I'm assuming the best way to kind of look into it is just looking with the
sender. Yeah, exactly. Because again, we don't make those conversions, we don't charge. So if you do have questions on that, then yeah, your best route would be to go and ask the sender for details.
Great. Thank you so much for that. So up next, we're actually going to be answering your questions that you're going to be sending live on this session. So go ahead and share your questions through the platform that you are watching us from, and we'll answer them here straight after this video. All right, thank you so much, guys, for sending in your questions. We've actually received a few of them here. The first question we have is from Rajesh. He is asking, will credit card payments and standing orders be available soon? Seemanti, would you like to maybe give us?
Sure. The answer is yes. We're working very, very hard to get these features to you as soon as possible.
Great, amazing. Well, now, Rajesh, I hope you got the answer to your question. Next up, we have Nasser. He is asking, what are the transfer limits on my account? Marwan, would you maybe like to share that with us?
Definitely. So we've got two segments in the plan of Wio Personal. So you've got Wio Personal Plus. You'll be allowed to transfer 500,000 dirhams internationally and locally. And you've got the standard Wio Standard, which will allow you to transfer 350,000 dirhams. So these are the limits. And then you've got the Wio Business, which allows you to transfer 750,000 dirhams. And you can actually add for an increase in the credit and the amount by contacting Wio, and they'll take the processes to allow you to do so.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that. Nasser, if there are any further questions you have, do feel free to contact our customer service team, who is actually available for you 24/7. I think let's take one last question. We have a question from Nilesh, who is asking, how do you upload supporting documents for a payment in case it is required by central bank?
Sure.
Seemanti?
So if you have received a request for information from us, asking for additional details on the payment or invoice copies or any supporting documents for your payment, the best way to give us that response is to reply to the email that we have sent you. And in that response, please upload all the documents that you have, and then we'll take care of it.
That's great. Well, that actually concludes our live session for today. Thank you so much for everyone that has been joining us on any platform that you guys are tuning into. And thank you so much to Marwan and Seemanti. It's been an absolute pleasure to be here with you guys today. Hopefully we'll see you guys next time very, very soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.